Today we are going to get wild, so stick around. Hey everybody, it is Aaron at Warmoth, and as many of you know, I have been the Matthias/Michael/Uli in a Scorpions tribute band for 13 or 14 years now. And I have finally gotten around to building kind of, I guess I would call it a modern interpretation of Uli's Strat that he used in the 70s. And this is going to be the guitar I'll be using to play all those Uli songs from here on out. And right now it has a set of Seymour Duncan SSL1s in it, which I would characterize as a very middle-of-the-road, non-offensive set of single-coil Strat pickups. You know, they're not high output. They don't have a lot of tonal coloration to it. They're just like very baseline, middle-of-the-road Strat pickups. And of course, as many of you may also know, being noiseless is a big deal to me. So I am looking to replace these with a set of noiseless pickups. And I did some research. I know all the usual players. I know the DiMarzio areas. I know the Kinmans. I know Mojo Tone. I know that Freyland's got some noiseless. But I did something a little uncharacteristic, and I bought a set of these, and these are Wilde Strat pickups from Bill and Becky Lawrence. And these, I've known about these pickups for a long time, but always I was never really drawn to them because they're very proprietary. They're built very differently than other single coil pickups. They don't have removable covers. The construction throughout is different. I know that Bill Lawrence he didn't like to talk in the same units of measurement that other pickup manufacturers talk about. He doesn't talk about in DC resistance or he always goes back to Henry's, which I don't really understand, so I kind of shied away from it. And then I also know that there was some controversy in their history with somebody who basically was pirating their pickups and took their name or something like that. And I just kind of never went that direction for those reasons. But thankfully, there were several members of the unofficial Warmoth forum that kind of pushed me to finally take the leap. I'm talking to you, Spud, and Stratomania. And so I tried a set of the Wilde pickups, a set of their noiseless tele replacement pickups, and I loved them. They just have this beautiful voicing. They're completely noiseless. They're very clear and uncolored. I really liked them. And so I decided, you know what the heck, I'm going to take a chance on their Strat pickups as well. And this set is supposedly their most popular set. It's a set of LS280s for the neck and the middle. The bridge is an LS290, which is has a little bit more output, a little bit more mid-range supposedly. Best of all, they're all noiseless. And I must say that, you know, when I finally decided to take the leap, I gave them a call and talked to Becky, and she couldn't have been nicer and more informative. We talked for a good, 15 minutes about the pickups and you know, what my expectations or my needs were. Super nice, super nice. So anyway, what I'm going to do is play some clips on the Seymour Duncan SSL1s, swap these out, play some clips on these Wilde pickups by Bill and Becky Lawrence, and we're going to see how they sound, how noiseless they are, and then I will come back here and give you my feedback when we're all done. So let's do it. Sock. I don't know what you heard, but I'll tell you what I heard. I heard a great sounding set of Strat pickups, and I'm not even going to put in the qualifier, you know, a good sounding set of Strat pickups for noiseless pickups. I just thought they were a killer sounding set of Strat pickups. I like them better than the SSL ones, to be quite honest. More clarity, more touch sensitivity, that great top end that I was hoping for. The fact that they are noiseless just is icing on the cake. You know, if you're a major vintage purist and you really want that like almost that really high end of single coils, these aren't quite there. They don't have that like super high endy kind of, I almost would call it like a hashy kind of high end. I don't like that, and these don't have that. They just have that great high end that is clear and articulate, but isn't shrill or hashy. The bridge pickup is fantastic. One thing that I love about these is so many pickups, they either do clean really well or gain really well, but these really do both well. They sound great clean, they sound great with overdrive. There is plenty of quack in the 2 and 4 positions, and best of all, they're completely noiseless. So I am beyond happy with these. This is actually one of the best pickup swaps that I think I've ever done. I love these better than regular single coils, despite the fact, you know, not even with the qualifier that they're noiseless. I like them better. But I'm interested to hear what you think. I'm sure there are a lot of guys out there who are die-hard single coil fans. So I want to know what you think, what you know, how well you thought they held up to a true single coil. But I love them. These will definitely stay. They have a slightly different look than regular single coils. They're kind of more rounded over on the angles. But that's just kind of the Wilde by Bill and Becky Lawrence look. They don't use the conventions that other pickup manufacturers use. It's all proprietary stuff, and so they have a slightly different look, but they look close enough to regular Strat pickups that it's not distracting or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I love these pickups. I can't recommend these enough. Of course, Warmoth doesn't sell them, but you know, I recommend what I like, and I like these. So if you want to know more about these, go to the Wilde website. I'll link to it in the description. If you don't want to know more about all the stuff that Warmoth does sell, whether it's the Goto 510 trim, the Strat replacement bodies, the pick guards, the hardware, the t-shirts, the merch, it's all on our website. Go to our website and check it all out. If you still have questions, make sure you give our customer service reps a call, because they are always happy to help. And until next time, keep on picking.